Hello, everybody. I'm Madame Sensei. I am adapting the guided language acquisition development techniques for my secondary classroom of Spanish, French, and Japanese high school students out here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. Today, we're going to talk about the cooperative strip paragraph, also abbreviated as CSP. Now, this one hasn't been working as well for me, and I will tell you about my experiments with it. So first of all, I told everyone to write one sentence that summed up one of 5 big books. We were working on food words, and so they had in the school cafeteria, they had at home, cooking at home, they had in a restaurant, they had at the supermarket, they had at the bakery. Okay, I gave them a choice of just write one sentence, okay? And then everyone at the table, now I have my students in table groups of about 6 students per table, compare their sentences and then write their best sentence on a strip of paper, large strip of paper. And then I had previously written some conjunctions on other slips of paper because I didn't want to take up precious class time writing, oh, these 2 sentences can be combined using however. So I already wrote however on another strip so that I was ready with it. And then when we assembled the sentences, students were choosing, okay, which conjunction works best there, all right? So here's a picture of my conjunctions. This is large paper. This is cardstock so that I could use it from class to class, and made it really big. And it fits in the GLAD cooperative strip paragraph hangy thing. So my main stumbling block with this, as with many things I do, is I absolutely hate it when the students are sitting passively and I'm doing something interesting and I've got something in my hands and they don't. And that was just not my style. And, they're high schoolers. And so if they're sitting passive too long, they're going to try and sneak out their cell phones. So I didn't like that. So then I was like, okay, we're going to do this as a station. Now I have file folders full of, this is chapter 1, this is chapter 2, and it's all the stuff that came from, I used to have a workbook for my textbook, and it was so dry, but I went through the workbook one summer and I took out all the cool stuff that would make, like, hey, this would be a good sorting activity in a station if I just printed it on cardstock. Oh, this would be an interesting thing if I just printed it, And so I have, at the drop of a hat, okay, you guys are struggling on food words. That was chapter 6 in the textbook, if I was following the textbook, which I am not. But just grab the chapter 6 folder, just spread it out on all the tables. This table gets this one, this table gets this one, this table. Okay, everyone get a partner and go from table to table. Okay, so I'd had them write sentences from the big book. All right, so that gave us 15 sentences to play with to make a paragraph. Okay, so here's an example of my sorts, okay, my stations. So here I took this was like a fill in the blank thing that I thought, this is important. The students do need to drill and kill this. So I had printed it on cardstock and I printed in the little words and they were too little. So I glued them onto popsicle sticks. Took a little bit of outlay of time, but now forever afterwards, I have this and I can just pull it out at the drop of a hat. This was just printed on cardstock. This was like put column A if it's this thing, column B if it's this thing. This was a matching game. I just printed stuff on cards and I'm having the students either, for the cards, I can say either sort them or I can say make sentences with the words, either one. I got a Japanese Scrabble game. It's called Upwards. I don't know, it's probably available in America too, but this is a Japanese version, but it does have a set with Romanized letters. And then I put that out and I'm like, make some words with any words you want that have to do with the unit, which is food in this case. I confiscated a fidget spinner 100 million years ago when fidget spinners were a thing. And so sometimes I'll have like a conjugation sheet out and I'll say conjugate the verb, I don't know, done, as fast as you can until the fidget spinner stops spinning. So they spin it and then they go through the conjugations and that's great. And I have dice out and I'll have the students roll dice and match up words and lots of stuff. So this was really easy just to plop down along with this stuff. Okay. And then I went through and I photocopied what they had written and so that everyone had the same sentences and then everybody could be ripping them up and arranging them how they wanted. And that worked much better because the students have something in their hands. But it does need a little bit of preparation because you need the students to generate the sentences, and then you need to be able to give the sentences to everyone. So we had a gallery walk to see how everyone did it differently. I don't know how much they got from that, but it was fine. It was good. This wasn't their favorite activity. When I gave them a test at the end of the unit, and they were so surprised when I passed out the test. It was really a test for me because it was like, how much did you enjoy this activity? Shade in the bar. Did this help you remember? Tell me what you remember about this activity. So it was really, helping me with my GLAD techniques, So anyway, I did this right before winter break, and I never came back to it because, frankly, I had more fun stuff to do. So next episode, we're going to talk about giving points for table groups. And again, if you want a write-up of any of this, go to studio-nemo.com or go to the Duolingo Educators Network where I have write-ups posted. Or, comment down here. Give me your ideas because this one I really need to tweak. So hope to see you on the next episode.